You ready, Craig? All right. Call the meeting of the Merrillville Redevelopment Commission to order for Tuesday, November 23rd at 6 o'clock. Mr. Secretary, roll call, please.
All right, Mr. White.
Here.
Mr. Hardaway. Here. Ms. Uselak.
Here.
I am here, Mr. Pettit.
5 members, we have a quorum. Consent agenda, we have the accounts payable register voucher approval for November 23rd, 2021, and the approval of the meeting minutes of October 26th, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Uselak, seconded by Mr. Hardaway to approve the consent agenda as presented. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Is there any old business, Steve?
No.
No? All right, under new business, we have a letter from the Town Engineering Administrator endorsing Course Construction's recommendation to approve payment for application number 25 to various vendors for work completed at the Merrillville Community Center. Steve?
Yes, Mr. President, the town's professional staff and myself, we've reviewed the October 2021 billing for work completed at the Dean and Barbara White Community Center, and we do concur with Core Construction's recommendation on approving payment for application number 23 to the vendors listed below, the total amount of $210,812.04.
Motion to approve $210,812.04.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Hardaway, seconded by Mrs. Uselak, to approve the letter of recommendation from the Town Engineering Administrator endorsing Core Construction's approved payment of application number 25. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Svetnoff, should this be a roll call or a voice?
Roll call.
Roll call, Mr. Secretary.
Mr. White.
Yes.
Mr. Hardaway.
Yes.
Ms. Uselak.
Yes.
I am a yes, Mr. Pettit.
Yes, motion carries 5-0. Next item on the agenda is the Town Hall landscaping approval, not to exceed $95,000. Mr. King.
I'll defer to Mr. Lake.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Lake, okay.
As you guys already know, like 93rd Avenue took on a nice aesthetic theme. We want to kind of carry that out through other major corridors of the town for beautification and aesthetics, and just to kind of show people that we're moving forward and progressing along with our look. And so we took that same type of a concept, and the layout is on the table there with the same kind of stone, a lot of variety of plants and trees, some evergreens mixed in there, and in keeping with the fact that, you know, the sidewalks can be going in from NDOT, we put that into consideration, kind of set the landscape back, and we believe we can get most of the stone and all that kind of set up, just like we did 93rd last winter, do that this winter, and then do the plantings in the spring. So this will also include hanging baskets and things like that along in the parking lot and some other things like that. So, so again, and we had a meeting earlier with the dog park committee today, and looking at extend the same in the future down Broadway throughout the whole corridor.
This plan also includes some landscaping at the Stormwater Resource Center, which would tie in and start giving us a little identity look. It would tie in too with the larger picture of someday maybe the town, you know, going after those liquor licenses and having a Broadway corridor for new restaurant development, and ties in again with behind Town Hall, what we might do in the future there. So,
Steve, is the, refresh my memories, the sidewalk project on the east side or the west side of Broadway?
Well, we have two. So the NDOT project that we have is on the east side, and then the local one that we have is
on the west side?
Yeah.
Okay.
So where is the dog park going? I missed that.
73rd and Broadway.
Where?
73rd and Broadway.
Oh,
The
okay.
property we
The
own,
Union
Margie,
Park.
the old Merrillville lumber.
Okay,
It used to be
good.
Union Park, March.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a conceptual layout through Lehman and Lehman. They're going to actually draft up a more precise conceptual drawings for us, and then do 3D renderings. And then what we'll do is we will market that and see if we get some sponsorships to maybe sponsor some of the elements within the dog park. It's going to be pretty classy, really nice look. Yeah.
Good, you're putting benches in there? Park
Yeah, benches, we're looking at like gazebos, like those are modern
Right.
gazebos, and
Oh, okay,
it
very
really
good.
is, yeah. We looked at the one in Valpo, which was kind of a higher end, and we want to go even higher than that, so.
Any other questions on, let's take the, because I have a question as we talk about the dog park, but let's take the town hall landscaping approval. Whoever makes the motion, put the condition that it's obviously out of the Broadway TIF, but just for the record, since we're recording it, we're going to take the funds out of Broadway TIF, so.
And then also,
Chair.
Mr. Chairman, Matt and I were going to volunteer to kind of head up that project
Okay,
and keeps the commission informed.
all right.
I have one question about that. That 93,000?
95,000?
95,000, does
Nineteen-
that
not to
include the
exceed.
community center also?
We're not doing anything at the community center, but it includes the stormwater management building.
Okay, well, that's, okay, does it include stormwater?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Hardaway, seconded by Mrs. Uzelak to approve the town hall landscaping for a fee not to exceed $95,000 to come out of the Broadway TIF as evident on the plan in front of us. Is there any further discussion?
Yes, Mr. President.
Yes, Leonard.
With the motions that were just made in the terms of using the $95,000, and it says town hall landscaping approval, so explain to me where the town hall ends and how it ends up at the stormwater.
How the town hall ends.
Okay, the actual,
That's just what we called the project, Leonard. It's not, that's just the name of the project.
They're also working on something in front of the community center as well, so it's gonna, again, it's gonna keep going down Broadway.
it's gonna keep going up Broadway?
Yeah,
And keep going up Broadway?
yep,
And then it's gonna turn to the left and the right and go down 61st?
possibly. I mean, as much as
We
the
need it.
corridors as we can improve
This
along.
gets us started, Leonard.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, no more questions.
All right. Mr. Secretary, roll call.
Mr. White,
Yes.
Mr. Hardaway.
Yeah.
Ms. Uzelak.
Yes.
I am a yes, Mr. Pettit.
Yes. All right, that passes. One item, we brought up the dog park, and I made a motion a while back, and obviously I stand by my position, Jeff. Joe, do you have an update on the motion I made on eminent domain and obtaining the two appraisals for the property right next to the dog park?
Councilman Pettit, appraisers are engaged.
Okay,
They are currently assessing and coming up with their appraisals. When they come back with their appraisals, then we'll do a uniform land acquisition offer.
all right. Did they give you a time frame, Joe, on how long it'll take them?
They said about 30 days.
30 days? All right,
So
okay. All righty.
we're moving forward.
Any other new business, Steve?
Not to my knowledge.
All right, under general orders, and I do apologize, Angie Chilcott had to go out of town on a family emergency, but her and I have met, as has the committee, on these two resolutions. The Economic Development Committee, made up of myself, Mr. Hardaway, Mr. Minchuk, Dave Lasser, and Deanne Patina. We heard petitions, and what we have in front of us is Resolution 21-78, which is a resolution of the Redevelopment Commission approving proposed tax abatements related to Kennedy Metal Products. This is a project out in the Southridge Industrial Park, and this is the initial resolution that the RDC takes, and then there are public hearing notices. Tom Pittman and Angie will prepare the resolutions for the council to approve next month.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Hardaway, seconded by Mrs. Uzelak to approve Resolution 21-78. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mr. President.
Yes, Mr. White.
How long was this tax abatement for?
This one was for, and I didn't bring in my briefcase, Leonard, I
10 years.
apologize. It's 10 years.
10 years.
It was 10 years, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
But it's a graduated scale.
It's a graduated scale, yeah.
Yes, it graduates.
Yeah,
So like 5%, 10%?
10%, yeah, all the way, and then the 10th year.
So it comes online at the end of 10 years, but at least we're collecting some.
Some taxes. Okay, that's fine, thank you.
And they're building a new building out at Southridge Industrial Park. So, all right, seeing no more discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed? Motion carries. The other item on the agenda is Resolution 21-79, a resolution of the Merrillville Redevelopment Commission approving proposed tax abatements related to Crow Holdings. This is for the 278,000 square foot spec building that is currently being constructed on the west side of Georgia Street, just south of 93rd Avenue. Crow Holdings, as everyone knows, built the building on the east side that houses Midwest Tire and Auto, along with Quality Pasta and Turbonetrics. This one, I've been told, with some confidentiality, they are looking at one possible user, but they have not disclosed who that is once that building is finished. So they are asking for tax abatement similar to what the RDC and the town council granted to the Midwest Tire building.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Hardaway, seconded by Mrs. Uzelak, to approve Resolution 21-79. Is there any further discussion?
Mr. President,
Mr. White?
so we'll be looking at it the same way we looked at Kennedy Metals products, on the 10-year
Yeah.
tax abatement, and then a graduated percentage?
Yep.
Okay.
And also what we have to realize about these developments coming in, it's not only an improved facility, it's creation of jobs, it's potentially a betterment of the way, the way of life here in Merrillville. And also, they'll be coming online in terms of paying real estate taxes and personal property taxes.
Right.
So,
Thank you for that information.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. One last item before I ask for an adjournment. Mr. King, can you give me a date on when we're opening Mississippi Street?
That would
And
be,
maybe an update to the RDC, because you obviously told me as a ward councilman, but so everybody knows what we're going to be doing out there in the spring, Steve.
so the update, Mississippi Street, we were unable to get the surface coat on this year due to the weather conditions. The contractor didn't feel comfortable and would not warranty the work. I wasn't going to put the town in harm's way and okay that, didn't have something fall apart. So we'll be putting the surface on in the spring. Tomorrow, we'll be temporary striping the road for two-way traffic, one lane in each direction. We'll have barrels, taking every precaution for safety that we can, and we'll be open end of the day tomorrow.
End of the day tomorrow? All right, sounds good. And just an FYI, on my company, we will be moving into our new building on Friday, December 3rd. Full operation the following Monday with another 25 to 30 employees coming down to Merrillville from Gary. So I cannot wait to get into that new building. So,
Mr. President, before you adjourn,
What are you guys gonna do with the building down in Gary?
probably sell it. They've owned it since Whiteco had it, Rich, so it's probably paid off a couple different times, but I think they're gonna, because our operations guys that work on the boards, that building won't be done until the spring. If you see, there's still a big shovel out there. They're digging the foundation for an accessory building to park all the trucks, so they'll still be up in Gary probably until June.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. President, before you adjourn, I want to just go back to the town hall landscaping approval. I want it to be added to that committee.
I don't know that there's necessarily a committee,
I thought I heard him say it was a
We
committee.
were just gonna head it up, the project, so, yeah, we'll
there isn't a formal committee that I'm aware of,
Okay, can you just include?
unless you want to, under town hall beautification.
whatever the commission would like to do.
What do we have? Let's see, what is it called? Do we have one? I thought we did.
I'd just like to say that let's just add Mr. White to
Yeah,
Councilman Bella and Mr.
It's like a
Lake,
project committee.
whenever they call it a project, and be through with it.
That's acceptable, thank you.
well, we have elections, public relations, and town beautification, Mr. President, so it's myself, Mr. Hardaway, Mr. Minchuk, Mr. White.
Let's just add the three people that we talked.
Yeah, because I did want Matt involved, and Matt's not on that committee, so.
Right, so as opposed to expanding this thing, let's just make it those three.
Well, if any of the
Mr.
council
White has shown
members,
interest,
any of the council members want to attend,
can.
I'm sure
Right.
they can. Mr. Bella, the president.
right.
Has always said we can
Absolutely.
attend any meeting, so I don't think it has to be a big formal doing here.
Thank you.
well, and also the committee reports can come up to whoever heads up town beautification.
Right.
They can make subsequent
Right.
reports.
Thank you.
Because the council members always get notification on the meetings.
Oh, yeah,
Which is
any
great.
council member can
Yeah.
attend a council or a committee meeting. It's,
Sure.
It's a simple thing.
yeah, okay.
Simple.
All right.
Motion?
Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved, second.
Second,
I did second, Rich.
Oh, okay.
All right, Craig, we're done.
Okay,
Cut it off.
good fast meeting.